Adele recently made headlines for her shocking weight loss transformation. But was it safe? And would it actually work for the rest of us? Stay tuned, because today I'm breaking down all the details. Hey everyone, Erin here with Healthy Mom Happy Family, and thanks so much for joining me today. I'm sure you've seen the headlines about Adele's shocking weight loss transformation, and it's pretty remarkable. But I've had clients asking me, what diet did she follow, and is it safe? Is it something I can follow too? So I figured I'd share with you today about what Adele did to lose the weight, the diet plan she followed, and if it's truly safe and if it leads to long-term weight loss. So as a registered dietitian, I specialize in weight management, and I'm always looking at the newest diet crazes and fads to see if they truly work. But also, it's not just about losing weight. It's about keeping it off and doing it in a safe way. So I really like to review these new diets and see, can it lead to sustainable weight loss? And is it something that's pretty much safe for the whole population to try? So in the case of Adele and what she followed to lose the weight, she followed something called the SIRT diet. Now, what is this and does it work? I'm going to share with you all the details. So what is the Sirtfood Diet? It sounds a little funny, but it was created in the UK by celebrity nutritionists. And what they claim is that by eating these foods called Sirt foods, you can turn on your body's skinny gene. So you can rev up metabolism and force your body to lose weight while still eating food you love. Now, it seems very appealing because some of the foods on the list that you can eat are things like red wine and chocolate. So of course it sounds good, but does it really work? So I wanted to look at the research to share it with you. So the diet is based on these principles that there's 7 proteins in the body called sirtuins or SIRTs. And by eating these, they're thought to help regulate some body functions like metabolism and inflammation. So the thought process and the principle behind this diet is if you eat foods that help to increase the levels of these proteins in the body, you can rev up your body's metabolism and fat burning ability while cooling down inflammation. Now, does it really work? Well, it's hard to say. The way the Sirtfood diet works is it combines this principle of eating foods to increase the level of these proteins in the body along with a very low calorie diet. So there's a list of Sirt foods that you want to eat more at each meal throughout the day. But the first 3 days of the meal plan, you're following an incredibly low calorie diet, as low as 1,000 calories per day. Now, regardless of if you're eating Sirt foods or not, if you eat 1,000 calories a day for 3 days, you're going to drop weight. But is it the weight you really want to be losing? Generally, very low calorie diets will trigger a large amount of water weight loss, and sometimes it leads to protein losses, muscle mass loss versus fat loss. Because it's an incredibly low calorie diet, it's not sustainable. Now, luckily, by the 4th day of this diet, you increase your calorie consumption to 1,500 calories a day. Now, that's still on the low range, especially for somebody who's very tall and very active and for men, but at least it's a more moderate calorie level. So you're eating the Sirt foods 3 meals a day, you're drinking a green drink once a day, and you're relying on a 1,500 calorie diet. So weight loss does occur, and the people that follow the diet do claim they lose weight, but is it the Sirt foods or is it just the calorie restriction? It's hard to say. So does the Sirtfood diet really work? Well, there's been no long-term studies on its effectiveness and long-term weight loss. There was one very small study that was done by the people who developed the diet plan with about 39 participants, and they tracked their weight loss for a short period of time. Now, those participants did lose weight, but we don't know long-term did they keep that weight off and did their health actually improve? Because the goal of any meal plan is really not just to lose weight and get the number down on the scale, but it's also to improve your energy and your overall health. So we don't know that information from the Sirtfood diet. My guess is because it is a restrictive meal plan, people probably followed it for a short period of time, lost weight, but if they didn't maintain the diet long term, they're most likely going to gain that weight back. Now, is the Sirtfood diet safe? Well, in the beginning, those first 3 days where you're eating only 1,000 calories a day, that is not safe. It's impossible to meet your overall nutritional needs in just 1,000 calories a day unless you're under the age of 2. So you're going to be at risk of nutrient deficiencies. However, it's only for 3 days. It does increase to a 1,500 calorie day for the 4 to 7 days. And then in phase 2, there's really no calorie restriction. The goal is about eating those Sirt foods 3 times a day and drinking a green drink without a set calorie range. So can the diet be healthy? Yes, I think you can balance it. I think a lot of the Sirt foods that are recommended, things like strawberries and bananas and onions, even dark chocolate, they have a lot of antioxidants, a lot of health benefits. So I do think it is possible to follow this diet plan and balance your diet for a nutritional benefit. But it's hard to say if the principles behind it and those cert foods are really raising your metabolism at all, or is it about just cutting back on processed foods, lowering your calorie intake, and that's what's promoting the weight loss. So what's the bottom line? Should you follow the Sirtfood diet? Well, in my opinion, I don't think so. I think there needs to be more research to know if these cert foods truly do increase metabolism. Now, is there a downside? Other than that first week where there's a severe calorie restriction, which I wouldn't recommend, if you're balancing your meal plan and you want to eat more cert foods in your diet, I don't think there's any harm. Most of the foods recommended are actually antioxidant-rich foods. But I do think the idea of a phase 1 and phase 2, along with a very strict calorie restriction in the beginning, puts you on that path of yo-yo dieting with fad diets where you go on a diet and go off of it over and over again. So you lose weight, regain it, and keep doing that cycle over and over. I think that can have a poor impact on your relationship with food, it can have a negative impact on body image, and it's not leading to the ultimate goal, which is sustainable weight loss. So I wouldn't recommend this as your best weight loss strategy. My top recommendation for the best diet to lose weight, I'm going to link to the video below and I will share it with you, is that I really think it all comes down to working with your own individual needs and not following a set diet plan. You don't have to follow a fad diet to get results. It's about lowering your calorie intake, increasing your activity, improving your relationship with food, and also focusing on how you eat. It's not just about what you eat, but also your relationship with food and eating mindfully, which can help promote long-term weight loss. Because that's the key. It's about losing weight, but keeping it off long-term. So that's my recommendation for you. You don't need a fad diet to do it. You just need to learn the principles of how to eat well and focus on how you eat as much as what you eat to keep weight off long-term. So have you followed the CERT diet trend? Comment below and let me know if it's been working for you. And if you liked today's video, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a new video. Thanks for joining me.